This is called Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man. Please play a song for me. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy and there is no place I'm going to. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. In the jingle jangle morning, I'll come following you. Though I know that evening's empire has returned into sand, vanished from my hand, left me blindly here to stand, but still not sleeping. My weariness amazes me, I am branded on my feet. I have no one to meet, and the ancient empty streets too dead for dreaming.
When Bob began to ignore topical material, it bothered me, because he wrote such marvelous material, you know. And suddenly to stop that meant that he was going away from a political consciousness that we felt we all had. One can attribute that as going commercial. He's getting away from this, and that bothered us.
And take me disappearing through the smoke rings of my mind, down the foggy ruins of time, far past the frozen leaves, the haunted, frightened trees, out to the windy beach, far from the twisted reach of crazy sorrow. Yes, to dance beneath a diamond sky with one hand waving free, silhouetted by the sea, circled by the circus sands, with all memory and fate driven deep beneath the waves. Let me forget about today until tomorrow.
An artist has got to be careful never really to arrive at a place where he thinks he's at somewhere. You always have to realize that you're constantly in the state of becoming, you know, and as long as you can stay in that realm, you'll sort of be all right. I can't self-analyze my own work, and I wasn't going to cater to the crowd because I knew certain people would like it and certain people didn't like it. I mean, I got in the door when no one was looking. I was in there now, and there was nothing anybody from then on could ever do about it.
There's a time when the operation of the machine becomes so odious, makes you so sick at heart that you can't take part. You can't even passively take part. And you've got to put your bodies upon the gears and upon the wheels, upon the levers, upon all the apparatus, and you've got to make it stop. And you've got to indicate to the people who run it, to the people who own it, that unless you're free, the machine will be prevented from working at all.
The police have got Mario away. They have pulled him away from the police have pulled Mario away from the street.
All of us felt that those folks before didn't get it. We were surrounded by people who were insensitive to the need for change. And that's why Peter Palmieri and Bob Dylan, Joan Baez, all of whom were about the same age, were put in positions of leadership because there was an identification amongst the college students.
I felt it all over America. You know, wherever in America you went, you felt that things were happening in an Olympian type of way, which children were beyond their parents' command.
He tried to exercise free speech.
Sometime around that period of time, I was painting in Berkeley. And the phone rang. I think this was 1964. The phone rang. It was Bob, and he said, I have to do these shows. You want to come? I said, well, I'm painting pictures. He said, I'll buy you a leather jacket. And he said, all the paint you need. The next thing I knew, you know, I got on a plane and I flew to New York. In those days, artistic success was not dollar-driven. It was, you know, those were simpler times. If you had something to say, which was basically the way people were rated, you know, they would say, have you seen Ornette Coleman? Does he have anything to say? And it was the same with Bob or anybody.